What is going on there, kings and queens and everybody in between? It's your boy MFC coming back at you with yet another video. But as always, I don't do this alone. We got the greatest co-host to have ever existed in any dimensional plane on this worth of matter or the next. Subtle Fraudulence, how you doing, man? You doing good? You all right? Everything cooking? You cooking with gasoline over there? You serving it up?
I've decided that I will no longer be a Twitch streamer because they clearly don't want me there. And you know what? In the
Now, was
3
this?
weeks,
But wait, hold on. Did you come to this, dare I say, hot take conclusion because of the hate raids? Did you come to this conclusion because of the fact that they got pedophiles on the platform? Or wait, I know. They botched Black History Month carousel experiment, right? Or is there more? Is there something else? What else could they have done to push you away?
Twitch as a business is failing. They've told us a second time now that Twitch as a business is failing.
This ain't this isn't even the second time. This is like the fifth. Remember all those reports where Amazon comes out there and they say Twitch is losing us money, but we just want that inside lane on the streaming infrastructure, and they continuously fumble that bag. But I digress. Continue on.
I mean, you're right. Just thinking about adpocalypse, and they're like, we're gonna give you guys more ads in order to make more revenue so that we'll have more money to give to you, the content creators. We're doing it for you guys. They've come back and they've said, we're gonna add even more ads to make more money to give to you, the content creators, but also we're gonna cut your pay. We're going to cut all your pay. That's right. Even the ones who have negotiated a deal of 70-30. That's right. 100K of that money is going to be 70-30. But everything afterwards, 50-50. You want to know why? Because we fucking hate you and we want the money. It's our money right now. And then, everything else exploded too. So it's nice. It's cool. In 2 or 3 weeks when YouTube finally figures out that all they need to do is just have this is section for when people are live. Do you want to see when people are live? Do you want to choose a game and see when people are live? Here it is. Organized right here for you. And here's a little bit of moderation too. Boom. They've won. They have won as a platform because as you see more and more top performing content creators like Ludwig and Valkyrie, decide, hey, that Twitch company, they don't even care about us, and we make them hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars. So we're gonna get out of here and go to this company where I can actually sit down and talk to the CEO of the company and say, hey, got some ideas on how we can make this better. You know what I mean? And that's the vibe of the week because everybody's burned in every kind of way, and no matter what you think of, if you're just some guy who watches your favorite streamer, whether it be XUC, Miskiff, Trainwrecks, you're a Trainwrecks fan. You're a Trainwrecks fan. Whether you're someone who streams just a little bit here and there, oh hey, I just want to stream for my friends. Whether you're someone who is affiliated like me, whether you're someone who's a partner, I'm sorry, you got fucked the most actually. If you're a partner and you're not the top 40, yeah, you've been screwed entirely by this company. And then on top of that, you've also found out that the people above you most of them are pretty fucking terrible. Most of them are pretty terrible. And in order for you to become one of them, you have to assimilate with their culture. A culture that you now find out is like an episode of Law and Order SVU. So there's that. There's that. Meanwhile, someone who's completely banned off, perma-banned from the platform is chiming in 100% and is just damn guys, you all really fucked up over there. And it's wait, aren't you the guy that got perma-banned for several okay, anyways, here we are. Here it is. Also, video games, right? There's new things happening with video games. There's Twitch, which I don't know. The video game part is not the most important part anymore. Twitch has announced these splits as if Amazon is like putting the pressure on that, like, hey, Amazon, because of what we're costing Amazon, we have to, like,
Oh, don't worry.
find a way to make more money.
I'm
You
ready.
are Amazon. You're owned by them.
No, I'm ready. I just let me know when it's time to let the dog loose.
Let's go. Let's do it, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
Where are you trying to take this? Because we have there's so many things to
Listen
bring up
to me and hear me clearly when I say it. Amazon is a multi-trillion-dollar piece of an industry of many industries. Whether it's shipping your shit, making music, giving you live video services, because we like videos as a service, much like your Netflixes, your Hulus, etc. Bringing you having enough money to go out and buy exclusive content. Make exclusive content. This is something that they've been doing forever, and they've been telling us for almost a decade plus that Twitch has been bleeding money, that Twitch has been losing money, and that's just A-okay, because they got the inside track, the fast lane, to giving games as a live streaming service across the interweb, and that they would be happy to take this hit. Now, if this was someone who was like, I don't know, say an individual who was down and out and they've washed my back when I couldn't do it myself. They patted me on the back. They'd give me the shirt off their back. And, we're in this together and we're on the front lines and we're frontlining together, holding down the fort. And sometimes when they're down, I pick up the slack. When I'm down, mutually beneficial, symbiotic relationship, so to speak, that, all right, when you sacrifice, I sacrifice. Twitch, when have you sacrificed shit for anybody on this platform or any other for that matter? When have you? Because I haven't seen it. Now, you may be saying, but the servers may cost quite an extensive bit of money. Who do you think owns the servers? They've already plunkered down the money for the infrastructure. They're already in it. Now, I understand there's such thing as maintenance costs. I get that. But once again, I guarantee you Amazon has infinitely more money than any of these fuckheads are out here mining some cryptocurrency who have bought every GPU that you can fucking find. When you're running these...
Let me say this. Because you brought up like one of the best points. It's like Twitch at this point has to be managed by Amazon Web Services, right? Amazon Web Services. Amazon ultimately they own Twitch. So even if Twitch first off, it's funny if Amazon owns Twitch and they're charging Twitch for being hosted on their services, it's like, yeah, you guys, it sucks that we're costing you so much money having to manage your stuff. Like, what are we gonna do? We're losing so much money having to have you, a company that we bought, on our servers. So like, you have to pay us more. Please give us more money because we need the money for our servers to stay up. Like, how are we going to manage this without you, the company that we own?
Yeah, but the way that Twitch was talking to people in that press release was like, we're in this together. We're in here as a bond. 50-50 pay splits for everyone. Huzzah.
That's not good.
And it was like, first of all, if someone has grinded their ass off on this platform just to get that fucking check mark, it wasn't for the fucking check mark. It was for that new financial revenue split. There are plenty of people who've been busted. Like, imagine how disheartened a lot of people who finally busted their ass and made partner within like last 6 months. Now imagine they wake up and it's throw up the X, throw it up, it's over, GG's, pack it up, get the shovel. Or someone who was like on the verge of partnership, making those strides. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're upset at their community's growth. I'm not saying that there aren't other things and bells and whistles that go on with the growth of pretty much on any platform. Not saying that they'd be upset or they would regret doing it. But the big motivator for plenty of people who want to, especially those who wanted to make this full time, it was a fucking slap in the face to them. Which, allow me to reiterate, when has Twitch done anything to actually be an advocate for the people on their platform? Hate raids, where were they? Silent, quiet. They may have acknowledged that they happened, but they didn't do anything. Or what about their minority of the month carousels? You know, the thing where if you minimize the browser and you just had it like in half screen mode, the carousels wouldn't show up. But all the Twitch streamers who were already at the top,
Hey. Whoa,
they made
whoa,
sure those
whoa,
show up.
sir.
Yep.
Whoa. They fixed that now. Now it is Latino Heritage Month, and therefore we have
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me
with
check. Let me
Latino
check.
streamers.
Let me
And
check.
see,
Let me check.
that
Hold
works.
on. Let me check. I'm gonna go right now. I'm glad they finally fixed it because I know the first 3 times they didn't do it. Well, I'll be goddamn. You're right. And I can make the window smaller and it doesn't disappear. Y'all fixed it. Man, somehow it took y'all 5 months to do it, but 7 months to fix it, but by George, they've got it. Well, you know what? Maybe Twitch is all right. Maybe they are doing something for their people. I mean, it just took 7 months for them to just write a line of code that they already wrote for all the other carousels on the platform and press Control-C, Control-V, and just change a couple things on the header. But hey, they did it. And this is the same company that says, nah, man, we need millions upon millions of more dollars just to sit back on our haunches and continue to do the exact same nothing we've been doing for the past 5 years. But don't get me wrong, there are plenty of alternatives to Twitch. You got Caffeine for one. Obviously, hold on, let me before you say the who's, let me get these out here, okay? This is important. This is very, very important. So, when we talk about Twitch alternatives, yeah, obviously you have things like Caffeine. You used to have Mixer, but trust me, we don't want to talk about them, as you know. You got the
You know what Mixer is now? Mixer is that scene in the Justice League movie where the Flash comes back in time and is like, Bruce, please, Lois, save Lois, Bruce, please, Bruce, do it. You have to do it, or else you'll become like that. All right. Yeah,
because Facebook is getting well, at least their app is getting closed in like 3 weeks, right?
Facebook, the app?
No, Facebook Gaming, like the Facebook Gaming, like Twitch thing. Like their app is getting shut down like October 20th or something like that.
Are you talking about? So you're just talking about like the separate Facebook Gaming app itself?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Facebook. The metaverse hasn't collapsed yet.
Yeah, because you made that sound weird. Okay. Yeah. No, I think the app is going away, but Facebook is still going to have like a gaming section or whatever because it's still going to have streams.
Because do people still use Smashcast?
Who?
Is Smashcast still a thing?
No, sir.
Because they're dead, right?
Yes, Smashcast was a live streaming platform.
Because see, my point is, the only other actual platform that I can think of besides Caffeine is YouNow. And obviously YouTube. But there's so many let's say botched opportunities that all these sites make. And somehow Twitch just treading water is better than their competition not knowing how to fucking swim. Because there are basic features that you think a lot of these websites would either copy from Twitch, slightly innovate and put their own spin on it from Twitch. But no, it's like,
I gotta say right there, that is the point that I have to make about all technology at this point, because as you guys some of you may have seen, the new phone, I think it's Samsung phone with the 2 screens. The newer version of that phone has come out, right? Mm-hmm. And coinciding with that, Apple has announced the iPhone 14. Why did they not just steal the idea that has been put into place and can now just be copied as this is the new age of phone technology or whatever, to also have a dual screen phone? Because now you're spending all this money for an iPhone that's essentially the iPhone 13.
Okay, the reason I could say why they don't do that is because not just Apple is a very prideful service, but Samsung makes a lot of the parts that go into iPhones. I don't know if y'all know that, but Samsung, there's a lot of Samsung in them iPhone babies. And obviously, a lot of these phone manufacturers are very, like, their copyrights, they are the letter of the land. Even if it's just some shit that you think is like a slight design choice, or something that's just aesthetics, like shapes and angles, yeah, they can copyright that. So on phones, I get it. But when you're making a service, it's not like Netflix can go to Disney Plus and be like, come on, guys. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry.
Guys. You know who we are? Like, that's not gonna work.
Let me tell you something right here. Samsung is not the only company that has a dual screen phone.
I'm not saying that they are.
Microsoft has done this before Apple.
Oh, once again, I am well aware of this. I'm just saying
LG has done this before.
Oh, LG don't make phones no more though.
Moto Razr has done this before Apple. My point is, just fucking copy the dude who's doing like the better, more innovative idea, and just add your spin to it. I swear, most of society is not going to give a fuck that you copied this other person. They're going to be like, oh, you put your flavor on it. You know, rather than someone have to switch to Android, they're like, oh, now I can just buy the.
It's like when people make cover songs.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, shit, I can't write songs, but do you remember? Like, I can do that.
Yep. If you're a company and you decide that you want to have like a new streaming service that's gonna take out Twitch, you take all the good ideas that Twitch has put into play for a streaming service and you make that your base, and then you add your own spin to it to maybe make it different, or maybe you fucking don't. It's like, as long as it's not like illegal and they can sue you for just copying, pasting everything.
Well, because I mean,
you'll be fine. And people
look at YouTube.
like your shit.
Look at YouTube. That's one of the greatest features I've ever seen. When you're watching a live stream and it's because it's archiving itself. Let's say you come in and it's in the middle of a hot conversation. Usually, you don't know. On Twitch, you'd be stuck. You'd be cooked. I mean, like, you're always at the point in the VOD that you left off at, so you can just watch it. I'm not even talking about the VOD. Point. You could do it when it's live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it treats it as a VOD. So like if you're behind on the live stream, you can just watch it from where you're at and catch up to the live, or you can just straight away just skip to whatever's happening live and then watch the rest later if you want. Like it's up to you, but you don't have to watch everything live and then miss out on whatever you missed out on for getting up and going to the bathroom or whatever. And that's beautiful. That's a game changer. Twitch doesn't do that even now, and they've seen that YouTube can do that.
And YouTube's been doing it for a couple years now, so this is not like something that YouTube snuck up on you. You know, these are things that you would legitimately think that if Twitch really cares about growing the platform, making sure audiences are better catered to, this would be something that they would do. But they said, not only are we taking money off of you, the streamers table, we're going to make sure that if you want to be compensated for that money you're losing, run 3 minutes of ads every hour. And it's like, look, there is nothing worse than when you sit down, want to relax, and you want to spend your time looking at insert streamer here. And when you go to observe, to peruse the directory, you click on a stream, you say, this looks like it'll be entertaining. And then you see the dreaded 1 of 6 30-second ads. Just for you to Alt-Tab, go to another tab, do something, wait for 3 minutes, and then you come back, and then the player crashes any damn way. You refresh the page, and it says 1 of 6 again. You done lost the viewer. That stream has had someone check out on him, and it is of zero fault to the streamer. This service, once again, continuing to meddle and mark the waters and make it to where, like, we can't even get to the content. Now, you may be saying, but that's because it's trying to incentivize you to subscribe. How am I going to subscribe to something I never saw?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense whatsoever.
You want me to pay money for this experience to go away? Like what? Why?
And then on top of that, as you were saying, why don't they just steal the ideas and just, cultivate their own thing that way? We have seen plenty of these platforms come, like Stream.me, and go, like Stream.me. We have seen other. Don't tell me you don't remember that one.
All these streaming platforms that really didn't, they tried and existed for like 2 days.
Hey man, Hitbox TV was pushing it, right?
You see, I know you were on Hitbox TV for like, a little while, but that I blinked and it disappeared.
It lasted longer than Stream.me, I'll tell you that. But like,
that's worse.
Like these websites, they come up and they don't really have anything that grips you. But here's the thing. You also have to have something that is compelling and unique to yourself. And let's be honest, we have seen, especially if you're a YouTuber, you could clip this part, put it on Twitter. You people who literally have huge followings on audiences and like have cultivated a mass following, have cultivated people who are like really looking out for them and have viewers that are in their Discord, you know that they still have to tell those people, hey, like the video and subscribe. They still have to make sure every video they have to point that out. It's hard enough to get people to stay on the fucking screen that they're already on and click like or subscribe to something that is literally on the screen as they are watching you talk and telling them to do it, and they still won't do it.
That's me. I'm the one. See, you're talking about me right there.
And now you think that a content creator can tell their audience, hey guys, close this video and make the leap to another platform and follow me there. It's not going to be 100%. For most of you, it's not going to be 40%. You're taking the risk. And see, that's the thing. That's the part that like a lot of people, when they talk about, well, we just go to another platform, that they don't talk about this part. Especially if you're an upper echelon, or even if you're just a mid-tier streamer on a platform, on a particular platform, or a content creator on a particular platform, there's like a guaranteed minimum amount of money that you're making on that site. You know that. And by going to the other site, there is a strong chance that you are going to make substantially less. And if you're someone who's doing full time, you may not be able to take the Shoryuken to the jawline financially at that particular point in time. So you're just going to stay on Twitch, or whatever platform you're on that you think is shitty. You can't just stop streaming on this one and then go to the other one. Especially if Twitch's unenforceable 24-hour exclusivity rule, which no one's following, by the way. I don't think anyone's really following that, but I'm sure the upper echelon partners are actually roped into being enforced into that, but I digress. Taking the risk to jump to another platform, you're going to have to make content also specifically for that platform, and you're going to have to experiment on top of what you already do on one platform on the other and see what catches views and likes and eyes and, like-minded people over there to also join your community, which is why having an anchoring Discord where all of your funnel points can come into one place is a great thing. But the thing that really sucks about putting the burden on the creator to go to another platform and trying to move his audience or her audience is when you get there, a lot of times, especially with a lot of these Twitch competitors, their user experience and their UI is not up to snuff. Because let's be honest, something so simple. Having fucking emotes, like the bells and whistles, being able to spend channel points, play a sound, change the scene of your streamer, put a voice filter on by typing ! command, spending 2,000, 8,000, whatever channel points, and all types of stuff like that that's already integrated into Twitch. A lot of people eat that up. The interactivity, and a lot of websites, they don't have interactivity. A lot of them, it's not even necessarily the easiest thing to set up sub alerts, follow alerts, donation alerts. Because with Twitch, normally you just go to like Stream Elements or dare I say, the awful fucking gobsmack piece of shit Streamlabs and, various other places. And that shit just injects itself right in. People have made different sort of mod bots and tools already set up to go for Twitch. MooBot, Nightbot, Wisebot, whatever it is, all ready to go. A lot of these other sites don't have these peripheral other things that you can just easily inject into aiding the user experience. Some of them don't even have websites set up or things that you could set up to actually type like an exclamation point command in your chat to get your YouTube or your Discord or your Twitter to come up. And it's stuff like this that can limit one's, I guess, motivation to want to go to another platform to stream when they're already streaming on Twitch. Now, YouTube is very close. And if I'm telling you, they get a search feature that allows you to browse by game/gaming category like you can on literally any other of these streaming fly-by-night streaming services and Twitch, of course. They would have their foot literally on Amazon's neck. And it seems like it's just such a simple thing that they should do. And it hasn't been done yet. And that's disappointing. Especially with, all the news that keeps coming out about Twitch. At some point, when is it going to be officially the last straw, Like at some point, the last straw has to come up and rear its ugly head, but I digress. Back to you in the studio. I'm so annoyed that like a lot of people won't switch just because of bells and whistles. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Twitch has set things up to be very convenient and kind of hands off.
And they know that. That's what they wanted because it allows them to continue to like strong arm all these creators so that they can continue to do whatever it is they want to do. And people can't really do, only the top creators can do something about it because they have enough money and influence to actually go somewhere else and take whatever hit they take and then not go broke.
Here's the funny thing though about Twitch. Twitch is like one of those abusive, like Lifetime movie, like exes you be hearing about, bro. Like they put the hands on you. You be like, no, please stop. I'm leaving you. And then they hit you with this one right here. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? You ain't nothing without me. You leave, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You leave, where you gonna go? A platform that's gonna close in 6 months? Huh? You thought Big Papa Microsoft was gonna save you. Where they at? They got mixed. I am the one that you need. And that is enough for most people to not even bother even looking at other avenues. For example,
the other problem though, Twitch as a platform, like they stand to make exorbitant amounts of money. All they have to do is just cut the bullshit and actually treat their creators with respect and actually focus on getting smaller creators the discoverability necessary. But instead, it's like you have to become a top creator by sucking off one of the other top creators or like collaborating with the other top creators or like, somehow living or knowing someone who already is a top creator who can just say, hey guys, this is my friend, follow him, because if you don't, there's next to no way that they're even going to know that you exist. But I mean, if you're out there like getting ass blasted on the platform, they're definitely people are going to notice, and you're definitely going to go viral somehow and get banned. So yeah, it's insane how the platform does not care about promoting actual growth that will allow them to make more money. And for some reason they keep thinking the only way to make money is to like just give people ads. Like they can't possibly think of any other way to monetize the platform so that people can feel welcomed, and then also uh Twitch themselves will just make a bunch of money off of everyone just showing up and streaming or like watching or whatever. um Instead we get sub temper. Yeah.
But you want to know what's crazy when you talk about, going from 70-30 to 50-50?
What?
Could you imagine you just went to your job one day, whatever your job is, and they just say, "Hey, what you make? Yeah, you just lost 20% of that."
Oh, cool. I'm going home.
But a lot of people who do this full time, it's not like they can literally just go somewhere else. Especially, if you're a partner, and you got signed to a contract, and God giveth, God can taketh away. And your God is Amazon once you enter some sort of legal obligation to the website to do whatever your responsibilities may be. But remember, they're over here talking about, you got to be this, that, you got to have over 200 hours a month. And I don't know if you guys know this, but if you work 40 hours a week in the course of a month, you're only around 160 to 180.
Yep.
So you're working even more than that. Not to mention, if you're someone who has the unfortunate experience of having to also edit your own content, and you got to edit it for other platforms, you got to put them on the other platforms. You also have to balance that with all your other relationships. That shit can get stressful. Not stressful, stressful. There's a K in there. You know it's bad when we change the T to a K. All right? And I'm going to be honest with you, like when we were talking about caffeine earlier, caffeine, for those of you who don't know, is I wouldn't necessarily call it a Twitch competitor. It's more along the lines of Justin TV. Like, you can stream games, but you can stream whatever the fuck you want, really. But they push Black creators. Like, if you go to their website right now, I can't find a Caucasus Mountain face on the platform right now. And the reason why I say that is, even if you have a platform where I'm telling you, if you look like us, it would be a great place to go because they will nurture and they'll care about you. I could tell a plethora of people about this platform. I could. Genuinely could. I've told several people about it after I found out about it yesterday. And you wonder how many people have decided to take me up on the offer to make the switch? Would you like to guess, Mr. Fraudulence? Would you like to guess?
Probably 0.
Exactly. And do you know why?
Because it's not profitable.
And do you know why?
Because if you're going to give up your entire life and all of your time to stream full time, you have to do that on a platform that's already making money, not a platform that you're going to build up to make money. So unfortunately, Twitch is the only one. Well, Twitch and I guess Facebook Gaming and technically YouTube are the only ones that are profitable right now, because they're all companies that already have a lot of money to offer, or like a structure to offer that is going to guarantee a good amount of money for the creator if things go well.
Look,
all these other platforms don't.
I'm going to send you a link right now, and I want you to tell me everything that you see that is missing from this dude's stream. I just want you to look. What do you not see there?
Well, I definitely don't see gameplay because it's just not. This is not playing.
Oh, it's playing for me. But what do you notice? It's not there. If I were trying to build a community,
a chat,
would you like to be able to communicate?
I don't know if he's talking to a chat or and it's missing because I'm not logged in, or if it's just how the platform is. But this is rough. This is rough, my dude. Like, this guy's stream is not. It's not holding up too well right now.
Because there is a chat.
Where?
Okay, I'll show it to you. If you go to I'll give you another video. This is how they do their chat. Now, yes, you can set a plugin to read it for you, so you can have it up there on your layout. But do you see how the chat is registered?
All these bubbles at the bottom of the chat?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's very weird. I mean, at least the content creator can see it, but like, still.
But you see what I'm talking about when I say about convenience. It's little shit like this that piles up to the point to where people who look at it and go, I'm not switching to that, because let's be honest, Twitch is the blueprint.
I also don't know how
you
many
don't have
people
to-
are watching this.
Hold on. I don't think you can see it when you're watching the stream, but you can see it on the homepage.
Oh Lord.
But
yeah.
you see, it's like these little accommodations that are not found on these other platforms are enough to get people to go, you know what? I don't care. You know? And while it's unfortunate, Twitch knows it's in a comfortable place because they know for a fact where you're gonna go. Because look at the week that Twitch has had this week, and people still don't want to leave.
Well, they do want to leave now, and they do have an alternative. That's the thing.
But are they actually gonna take the step?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure,
we'll see.
No, because you have to understand that there are people who have already done it and are already showing that if you have a big enough influence, you can move to another platform and you won't be in like a bad position. You know, like Valkyrie, Saikuno, Ludwig, they all moved to YouTube, and Ludwig especially, like he's doing well on YouTube. Mind you, like his YouTube channel has videos that he offers and stuff like that too, which is also doing well, which is kind of a plus when it comes to moving to YouTube, is that now you can not only have your streams there on YouTube and have like archives there on YouTube for people to watch, but you can also promote your YouTube videos better because they're going to your channel to find your streams, or they're going to your channel to find your videos and then accidentally find your stream, because that's how that platform works. But yeah, YouTube is a viable alternative right now, and if enough people with enough influence go to YouTube, it'll force YouTube to make their platform even better for the people who are not used to the platform. And then hopefully enough of the influencers will talk to the higher ups that they talk to and convince them that, you know, moderation tools are necessary, or, you know, better chat is necessary. Actually, YouTube chat is fine. Better chat is necessary. You know, just better ways of interacting on that platform are necessary, and finding the streams, like making it easier for like a guest to find the stream is necessary. And if they put their
those
resources
search
towards
features
that,
would help. They would literally have their foot on their neck. But like, if I want, like, for example, if I wanted to go, let's say I go to YouTube, right? I go to regular YouTube,
right,
and I just go to the homepage. I have to scroll down to this live section in the explore section. Now, if you click live, you'll see streams for anything. But then there's a gaming section right next to it. You click on that, and then it says Twitch Gaming, and then it shows you top live games. All of a sudden, you're looking at a homepage that's similar to Twitch.
Yes.
But one flaw, if I wanted to search for, let's just say, I don't know, Mortal Kombat 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
No, you cannot.
I have to go to the directory and then scroll all the way down and hope I can find somebody playing MK11, and then click that. Then it will show me who's streaming that game. Yeah. Which is really weird, because there are gaming directories, but you can't search them. Also, the Twitch Gaming probably needs to be, not Twitch Gaming, YouTube Gaming. You need to have that like a big button, much like YouTube Music, Sports, Live, like all that needs to like be bigger buttons. Because I understand y'all are going for this minimalist kick right now, but that shit's buried, brother.
Exactly. But you see, these things that you're saying, those things are very fixable, and it won't take them too long to fix those things compared to the problems with Twitch right now. Which, so as like a top performing streamer, looking weighing the two options, especially since YouTube is offering people contracts right now. YouTube is offering people money to go to that platform the way Mixer was. Um, this could be very big for YouTube, because YouTube doesn't have to worry about the streaming being the big thing that keeps them afloat. They have their video platform that's keeping them afloat, and they're tied to Google, who, if you think Google is going to run out of money anytime soon, then you're dumb. So
Not the you're dumb.
so YouTube is a very viable option, and it's actually going to put it can put fear into Twitch if this is done properly by the content creators who have the power, because unfortunately this is something that the content creators are going to have to deal with. Now, there are talks about like a strike, some sort of like unionizing, like those creators getting together and figuring out a way to pressure Twitch into bettering itself, or moving to having a mass exodus to YouTube, or like another platform. It's YouTube. Going to YouTube and streaming there, and just continuing their stuff there, because when you think about these top performers, most of them have YouTube channels that are doing fine, or that are doing really well because of their name. Moist Critical is a top streamer on Twitch, but his YouTube channel is also doing very, very well. So all he has to do is say, "Hey guys, I'm going to YouTube," and all his followers will probably just go there anyways, because most of them probably watch his YouTube videos. So it Twitch should be afraid, but unfortunately, people. Oh my God. It seems like the higher ups at Twitch, who can have like any sort of say on this, don't pay attention to shit that's going on like on their platform, or shit the creators are saying, until like it's too late. Or you have something like a situation where, I don't know, maybe like a gambling streamer pays a Twitch staff member live in cryptocurrency with like money
50
that's,
grand?
yeah, about 50 grand, but basically the amount of their entire salary in like 1 week. Or that, like what they got in that 1 week is what their entire salary for the year is. When a scandal like that happens, then they pay attention,
Yeah.
that's not good. Like, as a platform, that's not good. You need to have people on the ground who pay attention. You need to have people who are actually interacting with your content creators and making sure that they're fine. What is it? Partners are supposed to have ambassadors who are supposed to take care of them, make sure that that they're getting everything they need, or that like if they run into a situation where their channel is in some kind of like peril or something like that, that they have someone in their corner who can help them take care of it. And a lot of partners are saying they don't really have that. They have someone who ignores their emails.
They got someone who's in the position, who's allegedly qualified to do the thing. But when it's time for them to actually do the thing, they might as well be sending their letters to Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Not good. You shouldn't have people on your staff who are like just neglecting their job. So it's not good. Apparently YouTube is more responsive. That's the main reason why Ludwig said that he went
You know how
to
fucked up that
YouTube.
is?
I know, right?
Hearing the phrase YouTube is more responsive.
The people
I
who
never
will
thought
take
I'd hear
like
today.
a week to fucking lift a DMCA claim on a video, for like 2 seconds. Yeah. I mean, on top of all of this, business side of things with Twitch, and Twitch showing that maybe it's not going to last as long as people thought. Because you have to also remember that Twitch right now is the go-to platform for like big events, big events, and a lot more bigger events want to stream their content on Twitch. Sports are trying to get involved. Like basketball, football, they're trying to get involved. For some reason, DraftKings is involved with Twitch, which more on that when we talk about gambling, but yeah, there's that. And of course, big tournaments stream on Twitch. If all of that goes away, then they get to go to YouTube and they grow bigger on YouTube, and that will bring a huge audience because people care about esports. But Twitch wants to just kind of like throw all that away for what? Like the opportunity of getting more money on their end in order to what are they going to do with this? Like they're not going to improve the platform for the creators, so like are they going to improve it for like these big corporations, these big like companies that want to come in and shill their products, or shill their events, or whatever, like because eventually you could have like a Twitch sponsored like Grammy stream or Emmy stream or something like that, so that
Mm-hmm.
more people could interact with it if that sort of thing gets fucking uh, uh, organized in some sort of way, negotiated in some sort of way. But instead, they're too busy giving a big fuck you to anybody who's already streaming. So these people on the outside are going to see this and be like, well, they're not going to treat us well, and we're willing to give them money if they're going to give us more views, because TV is dead. Television, cable, all that shit is dead. You know?
I mean, most of these cable networks now, they got 2 programs that they really like, and they just air them 24/7.
Exactly. And like all these old fogies at these big companies who are doing shit like the HBO Max exodus of like all these fucking like shows and whatnot in order to like make money. All that shit is gonna die out in like, I don't know what, the next 2 to 5 years, because these dudes are they're eventually going to have to like look at the market and see that streaming is the future. Streaming is important. And so what's the biggest live streaming platform right now? Twitch. But if that becomes YouTube, that makes it easier for those old fogies, because they definitely know what the fuck YouTube is, and most of them don't know what Twitch is because they're not into gaming, but they know what a YouTube video is, and so they can easily contact YouTube and say, hey, why don't we stream some of our shows through you? Shit, maybe it'll actually fix the fucking streaming problem of having all these stupid platforms have their own service and then say, why don't you pay me $14 so that you can watch 10 shows that we have on our platform, and then wait for the seasons to come back for 3-4 months, who the fuck knows when. Like, maybe YouTube could just be like, why don't you just give us those shows and we'll just put it on a platform, and then we'll split the profits. And
Yo, imagine if Twitch came out with something that was like Twitch Premium, where you didn't get any ads, and your subscriptions are go all the way to the people you subscribe to.
You mean Twitch Turbo? Yeah, that was really great when it happened.
Hey man, give out your turbos, bro.
They fucking they quit that. Like, I don't even understand why. Now it's like user Prime sub. I don't understand what was the idea behind getting rid of Twitch Turbo.
Because
Like,
they found out, well, we can use Twitch to sell Amazon Prime, and I was just like, first of all, if giving out primes to a streamer is what tips you over the edge of getting the Amazon Prime, maybe you shouldn't have had Amazon Prime.
exactly. Also, it was better when it was literally just, oh, you have Prime, now you have Twitch Turbo. You have Twitch Turbo with one sub, one free sub. Simple as that. Instead of being like, get Amazon Prime to have Twitch Prime, so you can just have a Prime sub to give to people. Like, what the fuck? Just fucking make this simple. Twitch Turbo service. Actually, Twitch Turbo would probably work better than just like relying solely on the sub service. Twitch Turbo could be like, a subscription service like, Netflix, HBO Max, whatever. Pay $5 to $10 a month, or X amount of money a year, like you would, Xbox Game Pass or whatever the fuck, so that you can like have the ability to watch all these like streams with no ads, et cetera, and not have to deal with all the bullshit. You're still giving Twitch money. Twitch is still making money off of these people, and the actual viewers are having a good experience because they're not getting bombarded with 9 fucking ads in the middle of a tournament match.
Oh my God, he's driving him to the corner. Hello. Would you like to get Progressive car insurance? And then it's just Flo doing some crazy shit.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here with that. I don't want to see Hungry Box's mom right now. I'm trying to see Hungry Box win the tournament.
Nah, man, chunky soup, man. You gotta learn about what's in the box. Like, but I mean, that's the unfortunate sticky situation that Twitch, well, part of the unfortunate situation, because we haven't even begun to speak on the drama that's happening behind the scenes of the people keeping this shit in the lockbox.
Do we want to do it timeline wise of going from the Gamba, the weird Gamba man, and then going into it exposing all these like top streamers?
Sure, let's do it that way. Let's do
because,
the chronologically.
Yeah. So the gambling part, I mean that's been kind of resolved. So like,
I made a YouTube video about it already. Check it out.
It doesn't need to really be spoken about too much, but you had Slicker, who Twitch streamer, also was a part of big esports team whose name I can't remember right now. Not EG, not Solo Mid. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't remember the name of the team. But anyways, he's a part of big esports team. He's esports man, you know, and he streams
big esports.
Yeah, he fucking he's friends with all these, you know, the well-known streamers who are of course rich people. He has been gambling using DraftKings, gambling on like, you know, he's been sports betting, you know? And he has been down on his luck, or he's addicted to it, or both. And he comes up to people, hey mate, my bank account's been it's been stopped. I don't know what's going on. They put a freeze on my bank account. I'm trying to resolve with the bank, but you know I need money right now to sustain myself. I got to get my car out of the shop. You know I got to do. Come on, man. Can you lend me a couple of $1,000s so I can like take care of this right now? I got a situation I got to deal with right now. And some people were like, oh shit, man. Of course, I would do anything for you. Here, you know, here's $30K, bro. Deal with your shit. Or here's, you know, $5K, bro. Deal with your shit, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people were, you know, a little bit more skeptical, and they're like, oh, your car needs to get out of the shop. Well, let me just pay for, you know, whatever it is that your car your car bill is, whatever, so that you can, you know, get that done. Or let me pay for an Uber for you.
Wait,
know,
was
whatever.
he OTK Network?
No. Flickr is not a part of OTK. Yeah.
But go on.
Yeah, Slicker is not a part of OTK. He's, I guess you could say, affiliated with OTK because he knows some, if not all of the people who are a part of OTK. He may, well, no, he lives in the UK, so I don't think he like stayed at the house any times. Maybe for like parties or some shit like that. But anyways, long story short, it got exposed by it started with one streamer, and then you know, more people started chiming in that this dude was sending basically the same video to everyone asking for money, and they gave him money, and then he gambled that money away. Now during the midst of this, Trainwrecks, who's the very rich streamer, very rich gambling streamer who like streams himself playing slots and whatnot, you know, he made like $1 million in slots. But what you guys don't understand is that he lost $2 million to make the $1 million. Anyways,
which is funny in and of itself once you find out that these gambling sites are paying him big money just
$1 million
to gamble a month.
They're paying him $1 million. Like what the hell?
It's like, look, bro, I don't know you trying to fool, but nobody is collecting off of going $1 million in the hole. Excuse me, 2 million. You said 2.8 million at the time of that video last year.
Yep.
If you $2.8 million, you think people just gonna let you rock,
bro?
And you
He
still going to the casino? Like,
he has a code also that he promotes, hustles university style. Use the code, you'll get things, blah blah blah, whatever. Right? Said
mhm.
that he made about 250K a month off of this code, and then proceeded to say 250K is not that much money. Yeah. Um, so that guy, he gave Slicker like 30K to pay off his debts, and then Slicker didn't do it. So yeah. So that's how he's involved. Ms. Kiff, also, Ms. Kiff basically hopped on the train of, well, Twitch gambling is bad because gambling caused Slicker to be this dude and do this shit to all these people, and that was really bad. And Miskiff and Trainwrecks get into a little bit of a Twitter beef, and Trainwrecks exposes that Miskiff may or may not, that Miskiff and possibly his team have covered up some sexual assault allegations and situations that have happened with people who are either affiliated with him or a part of OTK. I think it's just people who are affiliated or also like live in his home because Crazy Slick lived in his home. Crazy Slick being the main streamer who was outed as an all around not good guy who was out here touching on women while they're passed out and harassing women in the
and that
DMs.
always goes well, right?
Bro, harassing women in DMs, throwing out literal like rapist language, actually sexually assaulting at least one woman. Like, so it gets exposed that there's all of this crazy shit going on that's been exposed that Miskiff and friends may have been involved in covering all this shit up because people have also uncovered that he has talked about it like he gets grabby and like Slick is kind of creepy with women or whatever, but it's like borderline, it's like sexual harassment or whatever. It's not a big deal, that sort of thing.
You
Things that
should,
don't age well.
if you ever get to the point of sexual harassment is not a big deal, you've already lost touch.
Yeah,
You're
you've
gone.
lost touch. Exactly. So this is brought out as like ammo against a dude for in an argument. This was not a like, hey guys, this happened and you guys need to be aware of it sort of thing. Apparently, the victim said that she was pressured to give out like a somewhat false statement, a like watered down statement, so that the man involved could not face any sort of real repercussions. The thing that's sad about all of this is that after all of this is said and done, is anybody really going to suffer any real repercussions? Crazy Slick has been kicked out of Miska's house. Cool. He's gonna go live somewhere else, but like nothing's being done to make sure that this dude doesn't do this again. Nothing's being done to make sure that like this sort of situation, like he learns a lesson not to be like shitty. Nothing.
What's a
Flicker,
lesson? I don't know what that is, bro.
at first, people were offering to pay Slicker's debts back for him instead of making him do it himself because for some reason, no one wants this man to go to jail, even though,
Or be responsible.
yeah, even though what he did was a crime. Like, he stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from people, one of which apparently spent their money that they saved up for cancer treatment. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's a whole lot of bullshit, and it's one of those situations where like as someone who's on the outside looking in, that no one's going to suffer any real actual repercussions here because as some people will say about cancel culture, like if the person is canceled and they just decide to stream again, what are you going to do? Maybe people will mass report them, but they'll still come back if they want to. Like Louis C.K. is out there, like having a like comedy tour. He did a comedy special. He's like promoting more shit. He's talking about how being a celebrity is so hard and whatnot. because of all the people who are like giving him shit for what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's essentially what is going to happen with this here. A couple of months later, maybe some of these people will be like, "Oh, I've suffered so much. I've been so depressed, so anxious, yada yada. I apologize, but I want to do better. I want to put this behind me." And it's like crimes were committed, and no one suffered any sort of repercussions besides you like not streaming for a couple of days or maybe like a few months or something. Like, cool, I guess. It's fucking weird. And it's terrible because like you lose all this respect for all these people, especially the ones who are like still in this mindset of like I've got to like help these people cover this shit up or downplay this shit so that no one gets in trouble because I don't want my
It's gonna
friends
help my bank account because they my boys.
right.
And it's
Like
just like, but you're aware like what they did is like past that point of no return, right?
it,
Are you not conscious of the fact that like some of the things that some of these people are doing, like your homie's a threat, right?
right, exactly. It's like it's
Y'all be the first ones talking about some. I don't understand why they saying free Jerome when he's out here being a murderer. Y'all say that shit on Twitter, and then when it's time to practice,
It's disgusting when people don't like hold their friends like accountable for like being shitty. Like you can still be a good friend by protecting them from themselves. Like if you know your friend is out here sending dick pics and like touching on drunk girls and whatnot, and basically if your thought process is don't leave this friend alone with girl who is like passed out on the bed because know deep down that something bad is going to happen. You shouldn't just be like, "Oh, we're just going to keep him away from the." Actually, I'll give you here's like an extreme comparison here. There was a show called The Patient that has just come out. It's about a therapist played by Steve Carell who gets approached by this man who basically says, "I need you to help me because I've got some like problems or whatever." Right? Gives him a fake name and all this shit. Basically says that he has these like weird urges, whatever. Right? Dude
mm-hmm.
feels like the therapist is not helping him fast enough. Kidnaps the therapist, then reveals to the therapist, "I'm a serial killer. I've been killing people that I don't like, and I want you to fix me. I want you to like help me so I don't succumb to my urges to kill people anymore." You get into the show and you're just like, this guy lives alone or something? Like, what's going on? And then, oh, it's revealed he lives with his mother. You're thinking, oh, finally, someone's going to help this therapist. His mother's going to help and whatnot. And she's like, actually, yeah, he told me about you. You're going to help my son, right? You're like, excuse me?
It's like,
He's
ma'am,
like, his literal reaction is, why don't you call the cops so that you can help your son? And she's like, well, I can't do that. That's my son. That's the kind of mentality some of these people are having about these friends. They're like, well, I can't do that. That's my friend. It's like, no, sometimes some people need jail. Sometimes some people need to, like, not even like go to jail, just the threat, just the like, bro, if you don't calm down, jail is actually going to happen to you. That snaps a person out of it like that. If it doesn't, then they need to actually be in jail because that's a menace to society. like you don't want
that
to
man's
leave
a
that
whole threat out
alone.
here.
Exactly. You don't want to leave that alone. You don't want to sit here and think, oh, but what if my friend doesn't like me anymore because I was like, bro, stop trying to stop touching on these girls. Like, are
It's
you a
like
good friend now?
it's because like some of your friends, the women who are your friends, they could be next on the shopping list.
Yeah, like you're not being a good friend to the women. First off. Also, as some of the pros say, bro, you're fucking it up, man. You're scaring all the hoes.
Oh,
Like,
nah,
fir- first off, you being outed as man who defends the creepy dude who just like makes all the women feel uncomfortable. You've now ruined the vibe, and like if you're the party guy, you've ruined the party because women are not going to want to come to your party, come to your house, whatever the fuck, because they heard that you're going to sit here and make excuses for the guy who's going to make them feel very uncomfortable for it being around there. Like, you don't want to do that. You definitely want to make sure that dude is like something happens so that that dude understands not to be that guy ever again. But that's hard,
That, but that requires effort, my boy.
That requires um
Having a
taking a risk
conscience, my
for
boy.
taking a risk for your morals, like yeah, your friendship may experience like become a little bit rocky, but if you guys are real friends, that person is going to come back whenever they get done with whatever needs to be done to take care of it, whether it be like some kind of rehab, some kind of like therapy, treatment, jail, whatever it is. They're going to understand, because 9 times out of 10, actually, I want to say 10 times out of 10, when people are out here doing like shitty things like that for a long time, they understand that what they're doing is wrong. It's just that most people
They
don't
don't know
have
what's
to
going to
think.
hold them accountable.
Yeah, so they're like, why even worry about the consequences? Because everybody's gonna help me.
Because let's face it, they think they're operating on who's going to stop me.
I mean, again, with that show I talked about, the serial killer was not like some big brolic dude who's out here just like cracking necks or anything like that. He was like kind of like a scrawny dude. He was the type of dude that will like show up in your bed and choke you out with a pillow. That's how he kills people. So it's like that dude knows that what he's doing is wrong, but he has to like do everything in a very methodical way to where his brain
He
is
can
like,
get the upper hand.
yeah, it doesn't matter that it's wrong, because no one's gonna like catch me or whatever, right? The moment he has any sort of like pressure, any sort of like reason to believe that he may get caught, what's he gonna do? Like, cops bust into the house. You think his like methodical serial killer methods are really gonna do much about these cops? No, most likely no. Not unless he's Kevin McAllister or some shit like that. Like, come on.
Nah, man, he may be alone, but he's not home.
Exactly. So 9 times out of 10, you don't really have to sit here and do this like shit where you got to protect your friend from all these bad decisions that they're making. No, you've got to hold them accountable so that they can make the mistake and learn from the mistake, because that's how we all fucking grow up as human beings. If jail has to be there, you need to understand that that's necessary. If they're doing crimes, that's necessary, especially if they're hurting someone else and they're out there touching on women. They're definitely hurting someone else. So far, what's been revealed is that a woman was basically groped while she was drunk, and like her friends kicked out the dude when he was doing, like, when they noticed that he was doing it or whatever, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of implications that maybe more happened and people are just not saying it, and that's not good, especially because like with the behavior that other women have like exposed this dude for, it's not surprising if more happened, because this dude seriously has like something, like a screw is loose, something in his brain tells him that it's okay for him to say like horrible things to women because he wants them, and that's it, and that shit is not good. So
It's actually tragic because you think these things don't happen as often as they do, but they happen too often. Like it's pretty fucking scary times out there, not gonna lie.
yeah.
And it's just like, oh, don't worry, my favorite content creator is an upstanding human being. Meanwhile, some other content creator has been lying in the wait, assembling this huge dossier exposure video. Ready, he's got this evil ass statement concocted, ready to go, just waiting for your content creator to slip up.
Yep. And all that the content creator has to do is just muddy the waters a little bit, sow the seeds of doubt and just make it seem like maybe, just maybe, whatever is being said is not true, or it's not the entire story. And now the public perception is so messed up that you can't actually hold this person accountable the way they need to be held accountable for their actions, because it's like now you have Reddit user number 69 showing up and being like, well, my streamer would never do such things, and you see here that this streamer right here said that he actually just said, well, this is my bro, and I am gonna do my best to hold him accountable for what's happening. I will take care of him myself. That is why I have not called the cops. And it's like, uh-huh.
It's like, did you think this through when you said these things?
Yeah, but it doesn't
I
matter
don't think you did, my brother.
because streamer 89 has also said that maybe that guy wasn't even in the room at the time. And so now it's like, oh, well, now who are you going to believe? You're just going to believe this random person who said that something happened? What if they're lying for a clout?
I mean, it's definitely the same thing that happened with the whole Heavenly Control situation where you had Long Beach Griffey come out of nowhere. It's like, nah, man, that girl was gassing him up. Nah, bro. And GG's, who you gonna believe?
He was crying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's
So-
exactly like that. And what? Heavenly
if you-
Controller still streams.
I mean, there's people who like, there are some times where it'll be like content creator A is the person you watch. You've never heard of content creator B or victim C. Never heard of them. But because your boy A or your girl A said, nah, man, B certified. All of a sudden, you don't believe C now. That's how it works.
Yep.
It's not like any of you were there. Then you find out that A was lying and y'all go, damn, but he still make funny videos. She still make dope makeup tutorials. I'ma stay. These people can lie, manipulate, gaslight, and they know nothing's gonna happen. Because somehow it could be shit like this person genuinely raped this person. Nobody presses charges.
And what really sucks about it for female streamers is that they have to deal with the scrutiny of like, all it takes is like a handful of like well-known streamers being like, well, that girl's just a whore, and she'll do anything to get clout and whatever, to get into the parties. And now you have all these fucking like idiots who are just like, yeah, I feel like that's true because I don't want my streamer to be bad. So yeah, she's a whore and we shouldn't believe her or whatever, even though whatever she's saying can be vouched for by like other people and all this other shit. It's like, and now that girl has to like deal with that stigma for like the rest of her life, basically, because someone's always going to bring it up, which is stupid. But yeah,
Hey, people don't let nothing go, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Especially on the internet, it's fucking corny.
Like, you could have done something that's not. We ain't even gonna say something that would happen a long time ago. There could be some shit that happened on Tuesday. Honestly, and for a lot of people, like, yeah, but he's a different person. Since Tuesday? Have you ever met this person? They don't say nothing. Because they know they can't say nothing.
Exactly. It's such a pain. Like, to have to sift through all that bullshit, and like, honestly, for the most part, none of this drama really affects me because I'm not connected to any of these people. It sucks that these people are being so shitty because you want them to be good, especially because they have so much influence. But ultimately, it's not too surprising, and that sucks too. And you just, what am I gonna do? Like I don't have any power over the situation. The people that do are just kind of trying to like keep their status with these other people, which is fucking weird, dude. Like, why turn this business into a fucking popularity club?
I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people who are in this popularity club, they have never had the pleasure of doing this thing called growing up.
Exactly.
They've been spoiled all their lives. They've been spoiled all their lives. They've never really had to struggle. And they know one thing overall. Money gets you at any damn thing.
And they're all rich. Like, so.
When they say, hey, man, 300K? Y'all mad about some 300K? Fuck, we got it. That should be the biggest crimson red flag you need to see.
So, like, yeah, honestly, all you need is one poor person to be in the room to really snap them all out of it and be like, yo, I know y'all can pay your way out of this situation or whatever the fuck, but I can't. So how about you be better people and get rid of that guy because he's gonna fuck out the bag for all of you anyways. So why don't you actually be an adult and take responsibility for this? It doesn't matter that it was at your house or whatever. What matters is that you are handling it the right way by saying, "Hey, bro, not allowed, not cool. You got to get out of here. You got to get some help, yada yada." But that's hard. That's very difficult, you know?
We
Like
call
that's
them
my friend.
No, man, that's the boy. He's
That's
certified.
that's the homie. Look, I love all my friends to death. All right, but if any of them are doing anything close to shit like this, I'm not gonna sit here and try to like defend them. I'm gonna be like, nah, you fucked up, and you need to like do something about this fuck up. There's no fucking way.
Nah, bro, what you talking about, man? It's all good in the neighborhood, bro.
Nah, we ain't no. This no damn neighborhood. All right, this is life. So, like, you gotta watch out. I'm not gonna like shoot for you going to jail, but I'm definitely gonna shoot for you having to
Being a
like
better
take some
person.
yeah, and take some responsibility for the situation.
But if jail is a necessity, you going.
Exactly. If jail's a necessity, you going. Like, I'm not
It's
gonna fight
like,
the cops for you.
so what can you tell us about what you want to know? Huh? No, you think I'm putting my security on the line? Nah, bro. Whatever
You
you
get to
need
a
to know,
point.
whatever you're trying to know, I got you.
Once you get to a point where you're having like a group of people show up to someone's house and be like, "Hey, let's make sure that her twit longer doesn't say too much about what happened," then you got to really take the moment to sit and think about what you're saying and what you're doing and really realize it's not going to be worth it and it's going to catch up to you. Like, the fuck? It's going to catch up.
You know what you're talking about, man? I'm Teflon Don.
Oh, all right.
Nothing ever catch up to me. They really be thinking that too, bro. Like they really think that.
I mean, you got to remember, Miskiff was friends with Ice Poseidon, and everyone knows him as a shithead, and he's banned on whole things. So, like,
Yeah, the fact that Ice Poseidon was like, nah, I'ma cook you. I was like, anybody who takes an L at the courtesy of this dude, y'all, you too deep.
that was also weird. He was just like, "I'm gonna cook you." Here are these DMs of Miskiff saying the N word when he was like 16. And it's like, well, no shit. He looks like a dude who would say that when he was 16.
Here's the question: how old is Miss Gift right now?
Like 23, 24. I don't know, somewhere around that late.
Okay, so he'd have been like 19.
Yeah,
Because DMs were like 3 or 4 years old. But at the same time, it's just like, look, bro.
he's 27. God damn.
Oh, so he was 20. Nah, that's a grown ass man, bro.
He is a grown ass man,
And nah, bro.
but
I don't
still,
believe you changed that much in 4 years.
no. Take that picture, show that to any person who does not know who he is, and ask them, does this look like someone who would say the N word to be edgy?
Bro, he
My
looks
answer
like an
is
edgy
yes.
teenager as a grown ass man.
That's what I'm saying, and that's like most of his appeal on his content. That he is like ex edgy, so somewhat still edgy, teenager, whatever, dude. And so, yeah, if you're telling me he said the N word and the F slur or whatever when he was younger, yeah,
And it's just like, it's like, yes, you do not need to convince me that he's a piece of shit. I know that. What I'm shocked is, how are y'all late? How did y'all get bamboozled? Is my point.
He apparently also like addressed this sort of thing before, but like, people didn't understand like to the extent, but like in my brain, it's like the moment he says, "Yeah, I used to say that stuff," I was like, "Oh yeah, you were saying the hard R in like a crazy way in order to get some like, get some likes, get some clicks, like you were clickbaiting people with the N word, I'm not surprised by that, but people don't. I'm still trying to like understand that people are actually not aware of these things. People are not even thinking like this. Me, I don't know. It's like second nature to me. It's like, well, yeah, of course he did it like that. Have you guys never been around someone who's edgy?
All it takes is one of you just saying, "Nah, bro, we don't do that shit here." And they ask they stupid ass question like, "Why?" And then you tell them, and then 9 times out of 10, they'll just be like, "Well, I never really thought about it like that. No one ever actually took the time to explain it to me." However, the burden shouldn't be on us to explain it to you. You should just be a good person. However, usually how these things go is they just continuously surrounded themselves by people who can't say no to their friends, which, by the way, is also a very toxic trait to even have.
Yeah, but that's also something that drives the like motivations of a lot of the people who are involved in the like shittier parts of this situation.
Well, yeah, because they never say no. I mean, some of these people will know them way in a sexual relationship that goes on for years because they can't say no to a motherfucker.
And it sucks. It's
And
sad.
and it's crazy because I'm not even talking about the abusive ones. I'm talking about just somebody who you just thought was genuine, and you feel like the sex and getting in a relationship is the reward. Like you don't even really like them in that way, but oh well, they're trying. And it's like, nah, bro, you're a victim, but you're also gaslighting them. Like, yeah, this is toxic. This is the atmosphere that some of y'all cultivate. It's fucked. Because I'm convinced that some of these people haven't had to live in the real world since them paychecks started hitting for Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get paid $1 million a month for what? Oh, to gamble on this website. I'm technically $2.8 million in the hole, and I was like, but you have a promo code to the website that you're in the hole to, and they give you nah, man, that's an advertisement budget.
Oh,
That is not
speaking
money.
of
That's not money they're looking to collect back.
speaking of gambling, I don't think I ever actually like actually said this, but Twitch addressed the gambling situation and oh my god. They
It's
came
not
out.
even a ban. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, they basically said that they banned all gambling from non-US or non what is it, non-licensed or non-approved
Yeah,
sites.
basically sites that are shady we're banning, and it's just like if anyone is saying, because people say like Twitch gambling is dead. All right, Pino's like, no, what they're saying is, ah, damn, I can't run the racket of using the shady site because no legitimate casino would be willing to pay me $1 million a month. That's what they're saying.
Yep.
That's why those people are upset. And it's like you need to take a look at them. If like, hey man, y'all was talking about Andrew Tate moving overseas. If they can't do their business where someone is verified at, then I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you go look at one, you gotta look at them all.
I look. Twitch did this and then also announced a partnership with DraftKings.
Well, yeah, because they're going to be doing sports betting.
Sports
Because, like I
betting.
said, they don't give a flying fuck about the gambling addiction. Like people are saying, Twitch finally listened. We beat Twitch. No, you didn't. Twitch does not care about gambling. It does not care about people having an addiction. This is just a PR lip service move of saying, hey guys, we took care of the problem. Wink, wink. Because they know, like, it's gotten to a point now where corporations have realized that people only read headlines. So they just need to do enough to where a good headline can look like they did a lot. Because there are people running around saying gambling is 100% bad. You'll never see slots ever. Like it's GG no risky for gambling. And I'm like, just because XQC said that and a couple of other streamers may have said that, no, the site that they were using is gone and they will no longer be partaking in gambling. But gambling as a whole is not dead. Because if that's the case, if they said all gambling, like if you want to be real, all gambling, any game that got loot boxes, gamble drops, gachapons, you're gonna have to look at those too. But that's never happening because that's literally in the industry to the point to where that is industry fucking standard. Y'all want to talk about slot machines? There are people, especially in the mobile gaming market, who have developed games that are nothing but slot machines. And you get back pixels and symbols, buffs, characters. You're rolling for a 5-star. It's to the point to where you can spend $2,000 and still not get the characters you want in some of these games. So don't tell me that they care about the financial viability of the children. Because I've seen that argument too. But what about the children? There are people who are out there whose entire stream is just lounging around in lingerie or a bikini or whatever it is, splashing their titties around in some water and making lewd noises and going into their microphone. Okay. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm not saying that, you're a bad person for doing it because it makes money. But don't you tell me that you're worried about the children on the platform all of a sudden. Let's not do that. All right. Because we all know there was a bunch of people who were anti-video games for a while and said, our kids are doing this bitch and this shit that says rated M for mature. All right. Your kid shouldn't be playing Grand Theft Auto any fucking way.
They do have to do better for the 18 plus.
No, they do.
Marking.
But I'm saying the people who are trying to be pro, no, man, gambling needs to be here. You don't get to say, yeah, but look at the titties. And I'm also saying the people who are trying to say that, oh, well, we got to worry about the kids. And that's why if gambling's got to go, I think it's always like, but y'all ain't said nothing about this other thing that also kids shouldn't be into. Because there's definitely two radical sides of the argument. And I'm not trying to say, what about titties? What aboutism? I'm just saying, you haven't cared about kids on the platform for a long time. Let's not start pretending that you do now.
Facts.
You're just using the children because it strengthens your argument to either get gambling out of here or it strengthens your argument to get the titties out of here. That's it. Because I see some of y'all streams that y'all didn't mark to be 18 or plus older, and y'all be saying fuck a lot, all types of swears. You're playing games where people are getting their spinal columns ripped out. Come on, bro. Come on, sis. You're playing stupid games. But, it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, it's surprising that they actually did anything about the gambling. I thought they were just going to leave it the fuck alone. Like the racism and the more racism and the sexism and the weirdos who take the sexism a little too far.
The Super Saiyan transphobia?
That too. Definitely that too. And the ableism, but yeah. Fuck. Like what can you say? It's good that they did something, but it was like the moment I read that there were limitations, I was like, they have interest in mind. Like it's like someone's paying them for these other things. They're like, no, get that non-American shit out of here. And it turns out it was a focus on crypto related gambling, like sites that are gonna pay in crypto. So what can you do?
Trust me when I tell you, there isn't much to do. Because I don't really think much needs to be done. But I just feel like some of these people need to be taught some fucking responsibility. Because they ain't got it, my boy.
I mean, you have people who were like 18, 19 and then became millionaires. So
and it's it's like, how crazy y'all were when y'all was broke at that age?
I mean, you got to remember Aiden Ross. The moment the gambling stuff stopped, Aiden Ross tried to have like a little like political talk with some of his boys, and he tried to say that the president has all the power, and they all just laughed at him because it's like, nigga, you're dumb. Like what do you like? To stop talking about this. You know what I mean? And that's it. He can do that because he makes fucking millions all the time. Like he's definitely rich, and he got rich at a young age. The dude is still young, and what can you do? He doesn't have to worry about too much about like being responsible for so many things because he's got money. What am I gonna say to some dude that has like way more money than me, like 4 times as much money as me? Like, hey man, you're really wrong about that political shit. I don't know. I don't fucking care, man. I'm about to go buy a pool. Like it doesn't matter.
And yeah, my shit ain't even gonna be above ground, in ground. That's right. We digging out my whole lawn. That's right. Damn, I don't like it. I feel it with cement 2 days later.
The only thing that sucks is that these are all people who appeal to kids, and so most of their community is kids, and they're are like like the teenagers or like middle schoolers, you know what I mean, and they fucking make most of their money off of them.
Yep.
And so all their dumbass like takes and whatnot end up, seeping into the kids' brains, and then you have to correct the kids. And I don't know, people get very frustrated when it comes to like correcting kids on dumb shit that they hear on the internet. But it does suck that the internet's making it so much fucking worse. Like, because I
hey,
remember,
this information travels like really fast now. Like,
yeah,
dumbass YouTuber can say some dumb head ass shit, and like people won't fact check. Like, there are genuinely people who are young people. Oh, there's fucking adults who would hear like just a YouTuber who's usually right about shit say a thing, no investigation, no due diligence,
I feel like
no
that
further
guy is
notes
saying
taken.
everything correctly.
It's like if somebody, like, for example, there are some people who might take something that, let's just say, YouTube journalists, the video types,
Yeah.
and they're like, write 7, 10, maybe 20 videos in a row. Nailed it. And there's one video, they got some signals crossed. But they don't have the courage to back down and say that they were wrong. They just let the shit rock. There are people who watch that video and say, oh, well, he said it. Where'd he get his information from? Oh, that don't matter. That YouTuber said it. She said it. No investigation, no due diligence of their own, just parroting things. Much how like people think that Slicker, and what's the other guy's name?
Crazy Slick.
Yeah, Crazy Slick. They think they're the same person.
Yep.
They're like, hey man, they're like, man, this dude's out here like fucking fondling like underage people, and he's embezzled $300,000, and I'm like, nah, multiple people here. Well, it's unfortunate that their names are.
He has an allegation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you get my point.
Yeah, I get your point though.
And also online, allegations for a lot of people are guilt.
You and I are online a lot, so we at least understand the concept of these people existing and their monikers and all that shit. There's some fucking YouTuber, I don't know, not Ray William Johnson. Who's the other like news guy that everybody watches like on YouTube casually now?
That I don't know. The last time I saw any of these drama channels doing something, that people who were in business were Grade A, Leafy, and fucking Keemstar.
He's not a drama YouTuber. He's like a news YouTuber. Like
Some Ordinary Gamers?
No.
Shout out to Mudahar, by the way.
He's like an actual like news YouTuber who's been doing it for like a long time or whatever, that most online
Scares?
people. No. God. He's like a normal white dude.
Ah, yeah, GG's. That didn't narrow down shit.
I can't remember. Like, he's always on like trending pages and shit like that. So like but he's never in my algorithms because I don't watch his fucking videos. That's what, oh my god, I hate YouTube algorithms. I hate the algorithms for things like that, man. Like dip in some of the regular like popular shit in my recommendations so that I know what other people are out there watching and whatnot, instead of just being like, hey, did you watch one Drew Gooden video? You want to see like every other video from him and Chapo Trap House? It's just like, leave me the fuck alone. Okay.
The only generic white guy that I could even think of right now is Devin Nash.
Nah, Devin Nash is a Twitch businessman. He is actually the good person to pay attention to when shit like this happens, because he will break down the numbers, he will break down everything in a way that makes sense and be like, this is why you need to understand that this is a very, very big sign or whatever. And I don't really see him make YouTube videos. He's more of like a Twitch streamer. I think he actually had like a Twitch job at some point.
I mean, he making YouTubes. He definitely been out there.
Philip DeFranco. That's who.
Oh, brother, I ain't thought about that ever.
That's why I knew you would like have a hard time remembering who it is, because like he's someone that you know, but it's not someone that we're gonna mention very often because we're not his like audience because his
He
audience is
he
like
is not in my crosshairs or my mind at all.
yeah, his audience is usually more like people who are on the outside looking in, and those are the people who are gonna like you're gonna make this so fucking difficult when it's like you're just hanging out with your friends or whatever who don't even like watch anything on Twitch or whatever, and then they start talking about Slicker apparently touching some ladies and whatnot. And it's like, guys, that's not. There's two separate people. It's not just one dude. Whatever. And then they'll be like, but the XUC was also out here doing, and it's just like, guys, it's complicated. You won't even understand half the things I'm saying to you because it's just internet speak. We can't do this.
It's just crazy that like because like I've seen people on Twitter all day today talking about like Slick and Crazy Slicker or yeah, Slicker. Crazy Slick and Slicker being the same person. And it's just I don't know. And this isn't the first time something like this happened where somebody was getting the brunt of someone else's quote unquote social punishment. But it'd be like that.
Yeah, I don't know. The internet was a mistake, my guy. Like, look at all these people who are getting too famous too fast and making too much money. You got 2K streamers who are like dominating Twitch because they're just they appeal to they appeal to the rowdiest people out there on the internet, and apparently there's a lot of them who will definitely just straight up give money and listen to whatever these people say and say it's facts. But everyone has their fall. Apparently, Sneeko is like getting to that point, right? Like he was the one where people were just like, yo, this Nico guy is going to be a problem because he's saying some wild shit. He says we're living in the Matrix, all that other, shit and whatnot. And now he's starting to fade. Of course, he's starting to fade out of relevance because one, people are just going to stop caring about this dude who's spreading like the vitriol. This dude is spreading like fucking venom on the platforms. And eventually he's just going to say something stupid to the wrong person and get into some bullshit, which apparently is where he's at now. He's just arguing with other like red pill dudes and shit. And once those guys don't like you anymore, you're not going to have much of an audience anymore because that's where you're making your money off the stupid people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be honest, let's just be seriously honest. There are some people who tell you they get paid $1 million a month, and people will still be like, "Nah, man, this is the streamer I gotta donate to."
That's what I'm saying. Trainwreck gets donations and he says things like $250, $250K is not a lot of money. And it's like, yeah, they're still going to get donation subs, blah, 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 all that shit,
Look, it's just crazy when I see people like competing to be the top donator on a T-Pain stream. It's like, I don't know, man. Could like Walmart and Target, can Walmart and Target start doing like conferences on Twitch? Like, imagine donating to E3. That's wild to me.
Yes. It's actually surprising that E3 doesn't have like, Twitch streams like that. Like, I don't fucking get it. Some of these people just kind of like let money just sit there because they don't want to care about.
Actually, if you were to sub to PlayStation, where does that money go? Like, what fund does that go to?
Sony. Because that PlayStation channel funds like official Sony tournaments now. That's mainly what they do on that channel now.
PS4. So you're right.
It's a wild time we're living in, man.
Actually, I don't think you can subscribe to them.
Are you serious? Wait, is the PlayStation channel not partnered?
No, it's partnered. It's got the check mark. I just see a follow button. Normally next to it, there's a subscribe button.
Weird.
Yeah. Maybe they closed off subscriptions. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, if they have the ability to do that, that's surprising. But yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else?
No, not really. Unless you want to talk about Brett Favre. But I feel like we might have to save that because I feel like more details are about to come out.
Yeah, I feel the same. If you don't know, um, okay, if you don't know, Brett Favre took, what is that at, 6 mil now? Brett Favre and some people who have some very high positions in Missouri, took 6
Mississippi.
mil. Mississippi, that's what it was. I knew it was one of those two. Took like 6 mil, and then they fucking used it to do what they wanted to do with the money instead of the money was supposed to be going to poor people. So
Yeah, but you know, rich people, they be like, nah, bro, y'all ain't do nothing to deserve that shit, bro.
them brokies are probably crackheads anyways.
Now let's build that tennis court for your daughter's high school team. All right. It's just crazy that they have text messages that get unearthed that say, there's no way this can come back to me, right? It's like, what the fuck is this? The Equalizer?
That's exactly.
Like, shit, get Denzel Washington on the phone. What the fuck is this? There's no way this can ever come back to me, right? I guess not. And you know, some people have paid the money back, but it's like, no, but you did the crime.
Oh,
If I were to rob a place, but then I came back several hours later and just gave the money back, I'm still going to jail.
yeah. People forget this, especially on the internet for some reason. People forget that. Like, no, we're still putting you in cuffs. You'll just have a bunch of people being like, "Officer, what are you doing? He gave the money back. What are you doing?" It's like, no, he still took it.
I'm finishing this fight. Halo theme starts.
You better hope that jail sentence is like Halo Infinite and they fuck up and you just end up out.
All right. But we're gonna wait for things to settle on that before we talk about it because it's a lot.
It's also
It's a
another
lot.
situation where a crime has happened and no one
No one wants
involved
to
is
do
going to go
about
to
it.
jail. They're probably not going to jail, even though Brett Favre is famous enough. The governor is involved. Like, it's just
Hey man, we've already seen that Brett Favre was not responsible for his text messages. First of all, that man got caught like giving dick pics to unsolicited random people at the.
that's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
on top of that, like, yeah, we know Brett Favre may not be the best person, but like, I haven't even seen sports news outlets covering this story like that. Because let me tell you something: college student Jameis Winston stole some crab legs. Y'all couldn't shut the fuck up.
exactly.
But it is what it is. I know I was saying that a lot in the past hour, but that's what we live in.
Insane. There are people who don't even have clean water in that fucking state. And
Oh, you're right.
Yo.
You're right. I can't even drink, but Brett Favre getting tennis courts.
One of these days, people are just gonna start running hands with like the local billionaire, millionaire, whatever. Just gonna see him in the street. Brett Favre, get over here! It's gonna happen.
I agree. But I think that's going to do it for us this week.
Yeah,
We're almost hit 2 hours, by the way.
yeah.
Just chopping away.
Oh, too much shit this week, man.
And it was really only like two layered topics that were sitting on top of each other. There's more stuff that we could talk about, but I'm not trying to make a 4-hour video, and it's almost 2 a.m.
Exactly. And there's more shit in the stuff that we did talk about that we left out because it's minor bullshit that, like, if you care, you can look up all the 10 billion videos.
If you knew what we were talking about, though, then you would already know most of those details. Because we skipped a lot of the details that like were in the gambling scenario. Because most of y'all have already watched like 6 of the gambling videos, whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, wherever. Y'all know what we're talking about at that point. But anyways. Y'all be safe. Episode 78 is coming to a close. And as always,
the internet was a mistake.
Okay, I was about to say, and don't leave us hanging here, man. Give us the juice. And we'll see you guys next time.